Hope you guys have had a great week. I really do. Because I got to tell you, this has been one of the greatest weeks that I have ever had. So let's just wait. Let's let this build up. Let's get some people in here on this party train, this content train that I keep rolling. It's chugging along. Choo choo, baby. Choo choo. I'm only see Fridays are always the worst on doing these live streams. They really are. I got two in here. All right. I got three. Got three. Three's good. Three is good for back down to two. Oh my god. Yes. All right. So for the people that are in here right now, Lemmy. What up, Lemmy? Hey Lemmy, can I message you on Facebook after the live stream? I wanna ask your opinion on something. Is that okay? No, I don't need a. No. I cannot broadcast. I have never. Listen, it's a nasty ass habit. I rarely do it anymore. But I cannot talk with that stuff. Oh, so yes, did Brent? I heard some fish on J. I heard Brent got banned from Twitch. Is that true? Vulture told me that Brent ended up getting banned from Twitch over a mishap, which really sucks if that happened. See, now you guys wonder why I'm sticking to YouTube. For real. Like I mean, it's ridiculous on the restrictions that Twitch puts on people. It really is. And that's one of the reasons why I'm avoiding. That's why I'm trying to get to those 4,000 hours. If I can get to those 4,000 hours in a calendar year, then you guys can throw me, YouTube has Super Chat. Twitch has bits. You guys can, tip me. I'm not going to be panhandling. Once I get to that Super Chat deal, I'm going to let it ride. If you guys think that I'm doing well. What up, Cornelian Orleans? Super Tuddle. I've been getting that a lot since of those dumbass pictures that I posted yesterday. And I did his wife show the knocks or something? That's what I heard, Andrew. That is what I heard. I'm not going to speak definitely on what happened because I don't know the whole story. But yeah, I heard that Brent ended up getting banned from Twitch. I mean, how ridiculous is that? It is the internet. The internet is the wild west. I know that they have sponsors and all that stuff that don't want to be associated with it, but do you realize how many great talents they're running off by doing that? Like, seriously. I'm just saying, I know that it is a private business, but are we getting to the point? See, hold on. Okay, so hear me out on this, okay? Whenever I start my live stream on YouTube, I got to type in the title, I got to go through, I got to set the, and then it asks, is this show made for kids? And you know what I do? I say, no, this show is not made for people under 18. Why can't Twitch do that? Because I really do think that's how YouTube gets away with letting people do more stuff. Because they give you that option. They ask you, is this show meant for kids? And I write no every single time. I mean, couldn't that just be easy enough for Twitch to be able to do? And just get like, yeah, no, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's just like radio broadcasting. They don't tell you exactly what you can or cannot say. They can drop the hammer on you any minute. If you're in the chat room right now, give me a like and give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, please do it. Miss YQS, I don't want to jump to conclusions. I really don't. I hope. Well, see, it sounds bad when I say I hope it is because Bubba's sick. Because I got a lot of people emailing me saying that there's something going on. I don't know what, but I'm not going to speculate about what's going on. I'm just not going to do it. Like, all right, I heard they played a best of today. Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Like, Bubba rarely misses a day. Bubba's one of the hardest working hosts on terrestrial radio, and he does not like to miss days. So either he's really, really sick, and if he has the coronavirus, that's not good. That's really, really not good. But I also hope it's not something else, and he's having to deal with matters behind the scenes on stuff. But hey, guys, before I get into it, you know how the other day I told people that if you email me, Tuddle@gmail.com, I would get you in contact with my producer, Vulture. I told people if you guys just wanted me to just plug anything randomly, I would. But I got one. I got a new sponsor. You know, the other day I was talking about how some of my sponsors, I am still scheduled for the 15th. I've reached out just to confirm for me that it would be okay for me to come in. I don't want to drive across the state and them said, "Oh, we don't need you." I always like to confirm things. I really do. But I have a new sponsor. This proves to you guys that if you email me, Tuddle@gmail.com, that's Tuddle with 2 Ds, TUDDLE@gmail.com, and pay, negotiate a fee, I will read your sponsorship. All right? Hey, email me, Tuddle@gmail.com. We will get it set up. But Dina, a lovely woman, Dina, she reached out. She has a business called DB360 Virtual Tours. Now, a lot of people right now are trying to sell their houses. A lot of people during the pandemic, they don't want to get out and about. They're afraid. I think some people do take it overboard, but the service that Dina is offering, are you a realtor? Are you selling a home? Want to be one step ahead of your competition with innovative technology? Yes, innovative technology. These 360 tours are absolutely amazing. With 360 virtual tours, your clients can self-navigate through any property from their computer or mobile device from the comfort of their own home. Yes. See, a lot of those people, they don't want to go out. They don't want to go see the houses and stuff. You can do it from the safety of your home. Unlike traditional photography, a 360 image shows an entire room. The built-in navigation path makes it super easy for your client to jump from room to room. The beauty of DB360 is we can deliver high-quality, professional virtual tours by the next business day. At DB360 Virtual Tours, we will help you showcase your property to bring more clients to your listing. Did you know that listing with virtual tours get 40% more views than traditional listings that just offer photos? I didn't know that. The housing market is just a booming right now. So you need to contact Dina. All tours come with links and even a QR code to advertise your listing on any platform. Call Dina today at 352-213-4264. Once again, that is 352-213-4264. Thank you, Dina. See, that is how easy it is. And I know that I was reading off a script. I'm going to do a produced commercial for her to replace some of the people that have not been advertising. And I'm telling you, like, I take care of the people that want to advertise on the Tuddle Daily Podcast or the Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream. No, well, that's what I'm saying. Listen, good luck going to one of these radio stations. A lot of these small businesses, they can't afford some of the rates, like an iHeartMedia or a Cox Communications. And I know that I don't have the biggest following, but my engagement, guys, I you know what? Next Tuddle Daily live stream I'm gonna break down the analytics. One of my favorite things that a lot of my favorite radio hosts would do is break down the ratings. I want to go over the demographics, male, female, age range of people that are listening to the Tuddle Daily Podcast as well as the live stream, and I want to break it down because you guys would not believe all of the countries outside of the United States that are listening. That is the difference between terrestrial radio and podcasting. Most radio shows are available online. They are. But with podcasts, it's all on demand. You can reach like I got like 3 or 4 people that download the show on a daily basis out of Ghana, Africa. I got like 3 dudes in Moscow, Russia, that listen on a daily basis. The top 3 countries for the recorded podcast, the Tuddle Daily Podcast, is the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. And Tampa has overtaken the top spot here in the United States, but Wichita, Kansas, they're not going down without a fight. Wichita, Kansas is still coming up strong, which blows me away that for some reason, the second biggest city that listens to me in the United States is Wichita, Kansas. I still have not been able to figure out yet why, with my hosting site, they're telling me nobody listens to me in Orlando. And I find that impossible. Because I know people personally that I know for a fact listens to my podcast on a daily basis. They download it or they stream it. Plus, the podcast is available on YouTube now. So what I'm trying to say is that this thing is growing. It is snowballing. It is growing like a pandemic. I hate to compare myself to a virus, but it kind of is. That's why I call you guys supporters. Because you tell 2 people, those 2 people tell 4, those 4 tell 8, those 8 tell 16, those 16 tell 32, and so on and so on and so on. Oh, Tom Delaney, $25. Yes. It's the lineman in Wichita, I bet. Listen, Andrew, F PayPal. Shut up, Tom Delaney. But what I'm trying to say, guys, is that I am in a really, really good place right now. I am. You know, like, I've had my ups and downs. I really have. I haven't talked about this much. I really, really have not. And a lot of you guys don't realize this. You know, before I got sober at the end of 2019, I was still on the mood stabilizing drugs. I didn't get too high. I didn't get too low. I was in the middle. I didn't get to experience pure joy. Now, I will admit that since I've been off of the psychotropic drugs, I do get to experience true joy. But I also have really shitty days. I was on Risperidol and I was on sertraline. Those were the two drugs that I was on. And I'll reset this for you guys. You know, when I was on those drugs after my divorce, you know, I really didn't have any interest in dating. I thought it was me being responsible, concentrating on my profession. No, it wasn't. It was not that at all. Because once I got off of those drugs, I was like a fucking teenager that just discovered masturbation. Like, I could not get enough of it. You know, when I was on it, like, I had a hard time finishing. If I was lucky enough to be able to get it up. And a lot of people were telling me, you don't need those drugs. You don't need those. And I was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes. Nope. Nope. I was wrong. I was wrong the whole entire time. I mean, those drugs, you know, when I was in the mental institution, you know, I was still on those two drugs, but they decided to put me on another 8 drugs plus an injection every single night. I don't even know what they were doing. But I don't know if you guys realize this. If you do not take the medication that they give you in the hospital, they're not letting you out. They are not letting you out. So you kind of don't have a choice. You do not have a choice. And I took them. It was horrible. Yeah, I could do that for hours, but do you know how many women take offense to that? Like, for real. If you do not complete, I mean, it's kind of like, what? Am I not sexy enough? Am I not sexy? Oh, you're not turned on by me? Oh, well, why can't you do that? I mean, the only way that I could fake it is if I was hitting it from behind and I spit on her back. That's about the only way that I could ever be able to fake it. That's the only way. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, I have really, really shitty days, but I get to experience true joy. I do. I'm not trying to get serious on you guys on a Friday. I will preview this. I interviewed a DJ slash music producer from Johannesburg, South Africa today. That will be on Monday's Tuddle Daily Podcast. This is the other thing I want to talk about. And I know this is going to make me sound like that guy. You know, when you're growing up as a kid, you're like, oh man, if I ever sound like the older generation, if I ever sound like my parents, I'm going to kick my own ass. But I was supposed to record with Ciroc today on his show, the weekly review. It was already scheduled out. And I'm not going to go into a lot of details because I'm going to save it for when I talk to him next. But he went to the Raptors game. And if you don't know this right now, the Toronto Raptors are playing all their home games in Tampa Bay. He went out last night, and I guess he drank a little too much, and he was hungover. You guys know how much I used to drink, right? You know how many days I missed? In 22 years of broadcasting, I've only shown up late for work one time, and I rarely called in sick. You want to know what he was doing whenever I called him? He was getting an IV put in his arm to replenish, I guess, to help him with his hangover. Are the generations getting softer? Look, I'm a Gen Xer. I am Gen X, true, like all the way. I'm a Gen Xer, latchkey kid, forgotten generation. And as much as I used to drink, I never once got an IV because I was hungover. You know, my dad was an iron worker. And listen, what we're doing, talking into a microphone, it's not physical labor at all. My dad was an iron worker. He used to get after it. He used to party. My mom would not let him miss a day. She would always say, hey, do what you want to do, but in the morning, if you have a hard time getting up, I ain't letting that shit go. And do you want to know what it's like being an iron worker in the state of Florida during the summertime? It's miserable. It is miserable. What up, Bluegill McGillicuddy? It's miserable. But guess what? You think my dad went and got an IV because he was hungover? No. He probably got a little hair of the dog from the night before. Maybe popped some ibuprofen or some aspirin, and he got after it. And that is some of the most physical work that you can do. And Ciroc was just like, hungover. And I don't want you to think I'm talking bad about Ciroc. We were busting balls about it all day, talking through texts and stuff. But am I right or am I wrong? Are the generations getting softer? Like, seriously. And I don't want to sound like an old man, because I'm not. I'm 40 years old. But listen, Ciroc says he wants to drink a lot, that he drank a lot. I know for a fact. What is 41? I don't know what 41 is. But what I'm trying to say is that I know for a fact, I'm not trying to say I have an ego, but back in the day, I would drink Ciroc under the table. No doubt in my mind. I mean, you guys heard me live on Bubba's show drink a fifth of Jack Daniels in less than 30 minutes. That was the day that I ended up getting shot up with that. Noel, okay, so people want to talk about people going through depression right now. Dave, can I ask how old you are? I'm just curious. Because, I mean, this will be a simple answer for you. Because a lot of people, when it comes to depression, a lot of depression happens from people comparing their lives to other people. Like, oh, I'm such and such age. I should be here at it. Noel, buddy, you're 28. You're 28. You want to know what you have? You have youth. You're 28 fucking years old. Whenever you get depressed, just think of that number. You are in your 20s. You have so much time to make something of your life. You really do. I mean, look at me. I'm 40. I am starting over I'm starting a podcast, trying to build a business. Yes. Do I want to get back on terrestrial radio? Yes. But you're fucking 28 years old. I know that that does not make everything right. Some people just deal with bad depression. They do. Noel, if you could email me, Tuddle@gmail.com, I would love to talk to you personally. I will give you my personal phone number. If you're personally dealing with depression, I promise you I will call you and I will talk to you personally. Because see here, I'll compare it to this, okay? In my 20s when I was married, and things started getting rough at the end, I was like, "Oh man, this is horrible. Worst part of my life." Now looking back on it, it really was not that bad. I went to 100 degrees at night. Yeah. But Noel, if you really are having problems, give me a call. Or email me, Tuddle@gmail.com, and I'll talk you through it, man. Because I've been there. I really have. And, us as humans, we are kind of blessed and cursed. We are. We're the only species that, well, I can't say it for a fact, okay? But a lot of people forget we are nothing but animals. We really are nothing but animals. And I've always had the outlook and the opinion that we are the only species in the animal kingdom that knows that one day we are going to die. Like, think about that. I know like gazelles and prey and stuff, they run, but that's their natural instinct. They don't want to get eaten. But I really do think as humans, we are the only species in the animal kingdom that know one day we have an expiration date. And I think that has a lot to do with depression because time is so fleeting. That is why I brought in, that's why I asked your age. You're 28 fucking years old. Like, seriously. Now, I will tell you, once you get to 30, growing up, teenage years went by slow. 20 to 30 was a lot faster. But 30 to 40, holy fuck me, man. 30 to 40 went so quickly. It did. It went by so quick. So what I'm saying is, Noel, at 28, you got youth on your side. So whenever you get down, just think about that. You have time to turn things around. And it's not worth it. It really isn't. I'm not judging people that commit suicide. I really am. I'm not. I'm not judging them. But you also have to think about the people. Like if you kill yourself, you're not going to know. You're not going to care. You're just going to be dead and you're not going to know it. But you also got to think about the pain and suffering you are going to leave behind with your family, your loved ones, and all that stuff. Like I said, I'm not judging people that do it. Hell, I was one of them. So what I'm trying to say is, yeah, depression sucks. Depression does suck. You want to know what causes a lot of this depression? Like I said, we look at other people's lives for the most part, and we compare ourselves to those lives. But I will also say a lot of the depression that people are dealing with is because of childhood trauma. It is. I don't think people realize how important it is when you're a child to have a good upbringing. Now, there are a lot of people that have tough upbringings and they rise above it. But victims of childhood trauma, it affects your psyche, it affects your relationships, how you converse with other people, and it puts you behind because what you learn as a kid shapes you in the future. You know, I know Bubba has talked about this before, but I almost think that people need to go through classes. People need to get a license almost before they even have a kid. I really do. People want to talk about gun violence and stuff. It's not. I don't want to be that guy that says guns don't kill people. People kill people. No, I'm not going to be one of those. There needs to be some regulations, but I am a supporter of the Second Amendment. If you want to get gun violence down, pay more attention to mental illness. Mental illness is a goddamn joke in this country. It is. It really, really is. And I'm not trying to get all serious on a Friday night. I wanted to have fun. Yeah, the happiest, richest people still get depressed, dude. I'm not rich by any, but let me stop you there, though. Money, they say money can't buy you happiness. It does make life easier because a lot of people get stressed out. I've talked about this before. What if you removed all the material things out of it? You didn't have to work a job. You didn't have to have a mortgage. You didn't have to have loans. You didn't owe people money. I know a lot of people are going to call me a libtard on this stuff. Yeah, just like Biggie said. B.I.G. said, more money, more problems. But think about this. Even though life would be hard, think of how less stressful it would be. It would still be stressful because you'd be fighting for your survival every single day. But think about this. Think about this. If the only thing you had to worry about is shelter, food, and water, you could build your own stuff, live off the land, because there's a lot of people that don't know how to do that. Think of how less stressful things would be. Like, seriously. A lot of the stress, a lot of divorces, a lot of domestic violence all happens over financial issues. What think about this, people. These $2 trillion stimulus packages that we're getting. Do you think the taxpayers paid for that money? No, we didn't. You want to know what our government did? They printed more money. So it's like, what is money worth if our government is just printing it and there's nothing backing it anymore? Back in the day, it used to be gold or silver that backed the paper money that we have, and it's pretty much worthless. I laugh at the people that say Bitcoin and all these other things. Oh, well, how is this financial stuff? Thanks, Steve Mayer. Just spent $10 on PayPal. If you want to donate until I get the super chat feature, you can easily do that. Go to my PayPal account, paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. That's paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. You can ask anybody that has donated. I write everybody back, send them a personalized email thanking them for their generosity. But when I get to that 4,000 viewing hour time, I'm not going to mention the PayPal anymore. If you guys want to donate, you can. Just consider it like a tip jar. If you don't want to donate, that's fine. But if you think I'm doing a great show, throw me a buck. You know, like if you're walking down New York before the pandemic and a guy playing drums on a bunch of 5-gallon buckets and you throw him some quarters or a couple of bucks, that's how it's going to be. If you're entertained, throw me a super chat bit. That's exactly how it's going to be. And I apologize. I really, really do apologize for getting all serious. You know, I like to do fun radio, but sometimes, you know what, Noel, I'm not mad at you, Noel. I'm not mad at you. They say Sunday is busy on domestic disputes because they sober up with no money. Yeah, I could easily see that. You know, if we paid more attention, and I hate to harp on it, I really do. Here, I'll give you an example of how much mental illness is a joke. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I did yesterday on my YouTube channel of me cleaning out the trunk and finding the shorts that Colton, by the way, Colton was the only person that showed up every single day to visit me in the mental institution. He brought me a pair of basketball shorts, my favorite pair of basketball shorts. A little bit bigger on me, but they had the drawstring on them. I get the shorts. Guess what? They had cut the drawstring out of the shorts. So I had to walk around the whole entire 10 days holding up my pants like I was a hip-hop rapper. But they only cared about you not hurting yourself. When it came to trying to fix my problem, guess what? If you were in there talking to the doctor more than 3 minutes, they were giving you like that Looney Tunes / Apollo thing where they pull out that little hook and they drag you off stage. That's exactly how it was. Their answer was to throw more pills down my throat, and that was it. They didn't want to find out. They didn't want to get to the bottom of the solution of why I was there. It was just, hey, let me write you another script. This is another pill you're going to take. You have to be mentally ill to go into a place like Las Vegas, which is the deadliest when it comes to victims in the United States, when it comes to a mass shooting. Pulse here in Orlando. You can't tell me that those people were not mentally ill. They were. If we stopped over-prescribing medications because of big pharmaceutical, big farm, it would solve a lot of our problems. You know, we just have to deal with our issues. And I was one of those people. I was one of those people that just wanted the easy way out. Write me a script to make me feel better. You don't learn things. You do not grow as a person when you're on those drugs. And I'm not judging people that are on those. But I really do think some of these doctors overprescribe those medications. They get a bad mixture, like I did that morning before I went into Bubba's show. I felt weird. I tried to shake it off. I went into the bathroom, splashed some cold water in my face, and the time that I really freaked out was when I looked into the mirror. I looked into the mirror and I could not recognize myself. I couldn't. I looked dead in the eyes. I just looked like an empty vessel. And it was scary, and I did something stupid. Luckily, I was not successful. And once again, I apologize. I'm sure you guys have hated tonight's show. I really do. I apologize for bumming you guys out, but you know what, Noel? I want to help you out. If I can help out one person, a lot of people ask me, why did you talk about it that morning? I talked about it, well, one, for personal reasons, because I was scared. I wanted people to know what I tried to do in case I tried to do it again. And then in my mind, I was like, what if there is just one single person? You know how I said that those 10 days was the worst 10 days of my life? I would gladly serve another 10 days in that place if it meant that I could help one more person by talking about it. And that's one of the other reasons that I decided to tell my story that morning. Do you guys realize that I despise Bubba today for exploiting your conditions. Listen, Bubba didn't exploit anything. I'm a grown-ass man. But a lot of you guys don't realize I talked about that an hour after I tried to do what I did. Whoa, Jason Martin. I don't know if I should give last names and stuff, but thank you, buddy, for the donation there. I really appreciate that. So, in closing, once again, I apologize for getting serious at the end. Like I said, I like to do fun radio, but sometimes you have to go in a different direction. It's about dramatic, polarizing radio or podcasting or content in general. And I think sharing my story is actually interesting. I mean, some of you guys might not think it is. But before I go, I want to talk about my newest sponsor. I gotta thank Dina from DB360 Virtual Tours. I'm gonna give this read one more time. And if you would like for me, I will plug anything. I'll plug it a one-off on the audio podcast, one-off on the live stream, or I'll do a produced spot for you. But Dina at DB360 Virtual Tours, she's offering a great service. A lot of people right now with the pandemic going on, they don't want to go out and about. Even though home sales are at an all-time high, people want to do it from the comfort of their home. And if you're a realtor, are you selling a home? Want to be one step ahead of your competition with innovative technology? With 360 Virtual Tours, your clients can self-navigate through any property from their computer or mobile device from the comfort of their own home. Yes, that is true. Unlike a traditional photograph, a 360 image shows an entire room. The built-in navigation path makes it super easy for your client to jump from room to room. The beauty of DB360 is we can deliver high-quality, professional virtual tours by the next business day. That's pretty good. Like, seriously. To get a 24-hour turnaround, that is pretty impressive. At DB360 Virtual Tours, we will help you showcase your property to bring more clients to your listing. Did you know that listings with virtual tours get 40% more viewers than traditional listings with just photographs? All tours come with links and even a QR code to advertise your listing on any platform. Call Dina today at 352-213-4264. Once again, that is 352-213-4264. I got a big day planned tomorrow. I'm going to be hanging out with my new friend that I picked up from the airport tomorrow. Going to go to the beach. Thank you, Blue Gill McGillicuddy. Help spread the word, man. Listen. You can't afford to be on terrestrial radio because they're raping you on rates. We'll haggle. I'm like the pikeys, the gypsies from the movie Snatch, with Brad Pitt. Can I sell you a dog? You want a dog? Yeah, kind of like that. We will haggle. So thank you, Dina, for having enough faith and supporting the Tuddle Daily podcast. Guys, if I get done soon enough tomorrow, hanging out, getting out at the beach, thinking about going to Ponce Inlet, I might do a live stream. I will alert you. That's why you want to hit that bell button, because if you hit that bell button, you're going to get alerted anytime I go live or new content. Thank you, Fish on Jay. When are you going to come out and hit this glassy ass water in the morning with the top water? You keep saying it. You've brought the truck here before. Park it. Park that truck where you did before. Pull out your rod. God, that sounds weird when I say pull out your rod, but pull out your fishing pole and throw the top water. Let's get after it. I know you might not be able to take the trout home with you, but I'll clean it for you. I'll bag it up. You can come back and get it later. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's show. Check out today's show. It is available on all podcasting platforms. Just search the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Hope you guys have a great night. Hope you're safe, and I will talk to you soon.